If you're new here, hi, and if you're back, hi again. It's Riza, the girl who does way too many things for niche, and today I am going to answer questions about moving out. My non-negotiables, the condo hunting experience, dealing with agents, moving costs, and what living expenses actually look like once you're in. Basically, everything na I wish sana may nagsabi sa akin before I signed anything. Let's get into it. So we are starting with my non-negotiables. This part is the most important for me because it is important for you to have clarity kung ano talaga yung hanap mo, ano talaga yung gusto mo sa unit so that you can narrow down. Kasi ang dami mong makikita sa internet, sa showings, ang dami mong options, and it's easy to eliminate and narrow down your options once you have your non-negotiables. In the list, I had 1 or 2 bedrooms. My budget is 25,000 and that is max. Bare type or semi-furnished because gusto ko ng freedom to decorate my own place. So there are 3 types, bare type, semi-furnished, furnished. Ang gusto ko is bare type or semi-furnished. The difference niya is bare type is completely bare, wala pa siyang kahit na anong decorations, appliances, etc. And then semi-furnished, usually it has the AC already, range hood, what else? Water heater, usually yung iba may ref na din. And then furnished, yung may furniture na talaga, like my seats, my bed, etc. Ganyan. Pet friendly, of course, because I am taking Kali with me. Balcony. I want a balcony. I specifically want my balcony to be accessible through the living area. Tapos, walkable communities in there as well. Security, of course, since living alone nga. Ventilation. This is why I went with the developer, DMCI, because they are known for that style sa units, and I can attest to that now. And lastly, sunset facing. I think towards the end, it's things that I can, compromise on if I want. Like, example, I am not really sunset facing right now, but the view from my balcony is, I can see a glimpse of the sunset, and I'm fine with that. I can just go to the roof deck anyway. And then, location-wise, I looking at Taguig, Makati, and Pasig. I did see units in Pasig as well, but not in Makati because they are quite on the expensive side sa condos and sa size na gusto ko, sa number of bedrooms na gusto ko. So I ended up finding a place here in Taguig, but I'm not gonna specify anymore which place, okay? Next, let's talk about my condo hunting experience. I managed to reach out to agents through Facebook Marketplace and groups on Facebook. Post ako doon na mga hanap ko sa unit, and agents and owners will comment na lang doon na I have this, I have that, and then I just schedule the showing. I only scheduled 1 day for the showing of all the units that I wanted to see. I met 3 agents that day. 2 were working with a unit owner, and 1 of them was working directly with DMCI Leasing. DMCI has their leasing department. I met with them and they showed me the units that they are offering. The first one is in Mulberry Place, and it was actually a 2-bedroom, now that I remember it, but it's smaller than my unit. It's semi-furnished, but I did consider that as well. Where I am right now, I actually viewed 3 different layouts because when I talked to the agent, they don't have 1-bedroom units here. Actually, hindi ko confirm. Yung mga nakikita namin is puro 2 bedrooms yung na-offer. And this one that I currently have right now is exactly what I like because gusto ko nga is open concept, like living area and then dining and then kitchen. And then yung living area is that may direct access sa balcony. Yun talaga yung gusto ko. So the other units, you have to go through the bedroom first before reaching the balcony, and I don't want that layout. So the third unit that I viewed is also a 1-bedroom. The size of that, if I remember correctly, is 38 square meters. And please note that the unit that I am renting right now is 67. So that's like almost double. It was quite small. I really wanted a separate bedroom, at least for guests or also as my office. I was supposed to go to another one, but it was further, and I was kind of decided already to get this place. So I canceled that showing, and it was okay with the agent that I was talking to. Dealing with agents, I think they were quite professional in showing me naman. Although if you want me to give you an agent's contact detail, I'll give you the first one that I met, not the one that I worked with, because honestly, the guy was always late. That's just my experience with him, and I do understand the cases why. Ayun, so I just found and scheduled all of my showings on Facebook Marketplace. So let's talk about naman the urge of paying the reservation fee without viewing. Kasi I honestly felt like that because parang you would see on the photos na ang ganda niya, shit, kailangan ko ng bayaran yung reservation fee, baka maunahan pa ako. Because really, good units, they run out fast. But I would suggest if you are a first-timer like me, go and see the units for yourself. Now, let's talk about questions to ask before signing. If you're a first-timer like me, please basahin nyo talaga yung contract. And if you don't understand anything in there, highlight it, underline, and make sure to ask your agent or whoever you're speaking with on signing about it para lang may clarity kayo. ASOC dues included, utilities, how is it set up? Make sure to ask which providers are available for your condo, like internet, and then rules and regulations, of course. And also, I had the help of my friend who is currently taking law na pinabasa ko sa kanya yung contract, which she was happy to do it. If you have people in your life na nakatry na to, ask questions. If you know someone, just go and ask. Do not be shy to ask. It's better that you have clarity because this is also a big deal. Moving out is also expensive. Make sure to get the guidance that you need. Now, let's talk about move-in costs. You have to understand that move-in costs include the terms, which is advance and deposit, utilities deposit, if they ask for it. And then, depending on what kind of finish you want, it could be bare type, semi-furnished, and furnished. Be sure to account for that because buying furniture can add up. Even just the essentials, they can be expensive. So make sure that you budget for that. But if it's furnished, then your expenses can be lower. List down the things that you already have that you plan to bring onto your place, and list down the things that you still need to buy. I actually have that here. This is my actual checklist when I was moving out. It did add up, I will say. And next, of course, is living expenses. Make sure you don't just account for rent because you will have to do your groceries, laundry, utilities. If there's anything that needs to be paid at hindi pa siya kasama dun sa rent na sinabi sa inyo or sa contract nyo, then make sure just to account for that. Write every single expense down so that you know how to budget for it. And then lastly, the decision making. When I had to make my decision between the showings that I went to, I really sat down kasi it cannot be just a decision that I make with this. It's going to be somewhere I am staying for a really long time and I want to be comfortable, I want to be happy in that place. But I will also say that there's this thing called buyer's remorse kahit hindi ka naman bumili, but still, you know, you're spending money. It will creep up, especially because this is such a big chunk of money that you are putting into rent. So I will say that it's important to also have an anchor like your friends, your family, na they will also help you stand your ground when you've decided, because you've decided, you've already signed, and yeah, you just have to make the most of it. So that is everything. And honestly, if there's one thing that you will take from this video, I hope it is that moving out is still figuring it out as you go. You're not going to have every answer before you sign the contract. You just have to start. If you have more questions, drop them in the comment. I'll respond to them. Or maybe we can also do a part 2. And if you're in the middle of hunting right now, you're planning to move out, I am rooting for you. This has been Rai. If you're new here, hi. And if you're back, you already know. See you next week.